I'm keeping the wide shot here for the intro because I want to again point to the Holland poster on the wall behind me. As you know, that's where I'm originally from. And the picture below me is an all too realistic shot of a neighborhood where you can imagine Joshua Doctor living. This is the Holland man who's been arrested for making terroristic threats to kill the president, the governor, and others. If this person, you can say, well, hypothetically speaking, say he grew up in the big house on the corner. America Floats grew up in one of the other houses on the cul-de-sac. I babysat this person. So there's no conflict of interest here because I know him. I'll read you the articles verbatim, but then I'll give you my 2 cents. So we'll start with the local one, the MLive article. This says, Holland man threatened to kill President Biden, Governor Whitmer, and to start a revolution, the Attorney General says. So I don't have the content he posted. No one will find a meme. This is an arrest for terroristic threats and use of a computer to commit a crime. Those are the 2 charges. Against a 21-year-old who supposedly shared a meme or information on how to commit crimes of violence on iFunny. This says, from Ottawa County, a Holland man is accused of making death threats against the president, Speaker of the House, and Governor Whitmer. Joshua Doctor, 21, is accused of threatening to shoot and kill the officials and be the catalyst for a new American revolution, authorities said. That's a quote. He is charged with threat of terrorism and using a computer to commit a crime. Both are 20-year felony charges. He allegedly made these threats on iFunny, the social media app. The FBI began investigating after authorities received tips about threats to Democratic officials. So someone finds a meme in poor taste, they refer it to the FBI, and they went and arrested a person who posted a meme. As far as we know, that's the story. We'll read on. Charges were filed on Monday, March 15th, in Holland District Court, and Joshua Doctor turned himself in for arraignment Tuesday before Judge Bradley Knoll. The State Attorney General, Dana Nessel, announced the charges, saying, quote, threatening elected officials is against the law, and my office will prosecute those who attempt to intimidate or terrorize our state and federal leaders, she said in a statement. The FBI and state police investigated, with state police referring the case to the state attorney general for prosecution. The alleged threats were made in late January, and the court records will actually show you. Here, we'll flip over to those locally. You'll see that the court records show the complaint was filed for an action taken on or about January 25th. So it wasn't a threat to attack an inauguration event. It wasn't anything like that, because this was done well after. It was apparently he posted something, a threat of terrorism on January 25th. So this one's even more local. Obviously, it has the arrest report. And this says, or the complaint, Holland resident Joshua Doctor, 21, facing 1 count of threat of terrorism and 1 count of using a computer to commit the crime after allegedly issuing death threats. Each carries a 20-year felony. And it's essentially the same story here. Doctor posted multiple threatening comments on social media platform, iFunny, in January 2021. According to these documents, in those posts, he allegedly stated that he would use a gun to shoot and nerf the elected officials and would be a catalyst, that's a quote, for a new American revolution. Doctor also had information on how to make a bomb, according to Nessel's statement, and where to find the necessary materials were also on his smartphone. Yeesh. So he's scheduled to appear for a pretrial in April. That's in like a month. We'll see how that goes. This is so sad. A kid posts a meme. Now, this is why I said I'm going to give you my 2 cents throughout, but I will read these articles and not interject. The reason that I think this is going to be a case of overblown sensitivity online, and not someone who has really been found to have bomb-making materials hidden in their garage who's actually going to do something. The reason that I don't think this person would really be committing a crime other than, as they have said, using a computer to make threats of violence. I don't believe that it's anything beyond that. I think this person went and posted a meme, which would suggest or explicitly state to go and commit an act of violence, but that the meme itself is meant to be taken as a joke, You've seen memes about the anarchist's cookbook. Antifa makes memes, makes statements, makes tweets openly advocating violence, and there's nothing done about them. And actually, here, we'll flip over to the Trump Julius Caesar play where they showing an assassination of the president in Central Park all throughout 2017. The summer play was Julius Caesar, and it was a new spin where essentially Donald Trump was killed on stage. Night after night, performance after performance, Greg Henry looked enough like Donald Trump. That was the actor. Greg Henry was the actor that looked enough like Donald Trump just to get under the skin of everyone when he was stabbed repeatedly on stage to mimic an assault and murder of the then President Donald Trump. No FBI looking into them for threats of violence and assassination, which it obviously was. It wasn't blanketed at all. Remember when Kathy Griffin held up the beheaded... now we know it wasn't the real head of Donald Trump, but at the time, people, when they saw it, they had no idea. Barron Trump had no idea. Kathy Griffin holds up a mock, fake Donald Trump beheaded head for a photo, and that's not considered obscene, graphic, absolutely in poor taste. The FBI should be charging her with domestic threats of terrorism, using a computer and a camera and media to commit the crime. See, essentially what Joshua Doctor did was essentially the same thing that these celebrities have done. When you say, I think it's time to have an actor assassinate the president, that's a threat, but they don't look into Johnny Depp. They look into the guy who online, the nobody, apparently, because that's how they see us. They see the people who just live and work and pay taxes. We're the nobodies. We're not celebrities. If you make a threat or an off-color joke, and maybe it's a seriously in poor taste, poor judgment, maybe it was a really angry, drunk threat. Does that mean that this person meant it, is going to act on it, is going to take action? I would bet you that this is pled out in court, meaning I think they'll drop charges down to something far less significant because the prosecutor and the defense will come to an understanding that he really didn't mean something by this, that this was a joke or was otherwise meant to be taken as a joke, was posted. Again, if you're not familiar with iFunny, you should realize it's a joke app. It may be run by Russians and it may overheat your phone and drain your battery within 20 minutes of use, but it is the single place where you can find virtually every meme that may have been removed from Twitter, removed from Facebook, banned on Reddit. You'll find it on iFunny. Anything from 4chan to anything else, it can go on iFunny, and it likely, unless it breaks the law, will not be removed. So it's possible that iFunny found something that was illicit and illegal in Joshua Doctor's posts and removed it and then filed him over to the FBI and said, hey, you guys need to look at this. But I think it's really sad. This says a Michigan man claimed he would be the catalyst for a new American revolution, making death threats against President Joe Biden, I believe that's resident Joe Biden, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, and Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And he did it all on iFunny. Both charges, a maximum penalty of 20 years. So this kid, 21 years old, this kid could go to prison for, as if they threw the book at him and said double max sentences, it's 40 years. Get out when he's 61. His parents may not be alive. What I'm really hoping is that the fake news digs into this enough, sees that it's just some dumb kid making a loudmouth post, and when we see the meme, we're going to see that it probably, I could be wrong, this guy could have been totally off the reservation, and I reserve the right to go back and say later, I was wrong, this guy was a nut job, he totally went off the reservation. I have no idea. I think it's more than likely he just posted a meme in bad taste, and people are upset, a couple people flag it, and now he's arrested. Be careful what you meme for, because if you meme the wrong thing, you will be prosecuted. Remember in 2016, people that made memes about Hillary Clinton, they're getting prosecuted right now. So don't think that you can just let your dreams be memes and not let there be consequences thereafter. Wanted to share this one with you. It's a sad day in Holland, I'm sure. It's a sad day on the cul-de-sac. It's really too bad. Say a prayer for Joshua Doctor and his family, because, like I said, I would bet you that this, one, he'll need your prayers. Good, bad, or indifferent, this guy needs a prayer. And two, if he did do something wrong illegally with intention, God help you. if you didn't, and this is a joke, a meme, or whatever that was taken out of context and now used against you in court, lesson for all of us. Be really careful what you meme for. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you could, support us on Odyssey. Support us on Rumble and BitChute, and you're helping me keep America afloat.